You will start. Okay.
Acha,
Welcome,
acha,
guys.
before we start,
Welcome to Cricket Chat Live. Welcome to Cricket Chat Live with we have Saurabh, we have Abhishek, we have Sarvesh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we have Abhishek for the very first time. Good debut, bro. Welcome.
Yeah.
Very good to have you here.
I'm
Sarvesh bhai, we have been getting on well in the streams with your insights and all good so far. Saurabh bhai, they were dominating the ever, what do you say, every word for it goes to him only. Yeah, so let's begin.
Where from the
So
word has come from? Domination and all. I have no clue on that, but we are live, bro. But again, yes, when you're talking about the domination, this particular the topic we are going to talk is all about the domination of South Africa. It happened. Yes, it's a series where we say it's a dominated by South Africa like no one because India played and, and was faced with everyone. But this is the only sport which they never ever able to won any condition. One day they won. Earlier they didn't do it even in ODIs in the past, but they won ODIs two times. T20s they won quite a few times. Now it's time for the test. And Vallabh, please go ahead. And I think we have our more dominated guy with the stats, Sarvesh, and with the knowledge, Mr. Avi with us. Carry on.
yeah, Sarvesh bhai, you can start.
yeah, yeah, like Saurabh bhai said, this particular series has been a very difficult one for us. As you can see, we have played 23 test matches in South Africa, and we have won only 4 and lost 12. So we have never won a series in South Africa. I think Rohit Sharma was also saying this today. So I think this is going to be another important series. And the point which I am trying to highlight here is that in last 6-7 years we have been we have been a dominating test side, and in that duration, in 2018 and 2021 and 2022, we actually played 6 test matches here, and despite our domination, we could win only 2 matches out of the 6 test matches that we played. So this says a lot about the difficulties that we normally face on the South African soil, and the way South Africa have been tormenting us throughout from 90s to till date. So again, yeah, it is going to be a very difficult one. We will have to play very well, and again, we haven't. If you look at the team, we do not have the experience of Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya. Of course, we'll touch base on that later in the video. But yeah, so this is a fairly new site, and the challenge is pretty big.
Yeah, so we'll quickly move to Abhishek, the debut guy. Abhishek, bro. So what are your insights? Like, how do you preview the series? Like, what are your expectations and
uh,
what do you expect from this all?
yeah. Actually, first thing first, I think we are uh, here a little underestimating Indian team. If we talk about especially in South African condition, because as far as I remember, apart from Australia and England, and one exception series of Sri Lanka in 2019, no other team has ever beat South Africa. Even before apartheid ban, they are playing from 1912 till 1969, and even after readmission. So Australia and England both are similar kind of pitch and other conditions like South Africa. So none of the Asian team forget about any. Even New Zealand never able to beat them, even their home condition or away conditions. So they are quite a formidable team, especially in their home condition. And India came closer quite a few times, even when 90s where they are very weak in away condition. I am not sure whether they have able to win um, more than couple of matches in away condition. Still, they are came very close in that Johannesburg test to beat South Africa. If not due to bad weather, they might have won that test, or then Daryl Cullinan fight back. So, fortunately, in this series, it's only 2 tests. So, first test becomes very crucial. Whoever wins that, then obviously they can't lose the series. And good thing that last time India won the first test, so they can take a few positives from that series.
Right.
Thanks for having me once again here, Revival. So I think first of all, like whenever we talk about South Africa, I think we were always hopeful, right? Like since Virat Kohli took over and we started playing there in 2018, we were very confident that we are going to do well there, and we actually did well there. The first test we lost by a very close margin. I mean, it might sound here 72-run margin might be big, but I think we were very competitive there. And 2018 series, the difference between us and the South Africans were AB de Villiers only. And we unfortunately couldn't play Rahane in all the games. We didn't play Bhuvi in all the games. So I felt team selection was an issue back then there. But I think last time was a very big blow. I think last time was our best shot. I think South Africa were very, very weak with their batting, but still somehow we were not able to, pick those 20 wickets up and all those super sport, what will happen, drama happened. So I think this time it is going to be tougher than last time. It's just because of the bowling attack they have. Although there is no Nokia, but they have a very good attack in Rabada, Engedi, and Marco Janssen and Koetsi, and they also have Berger in their ranks. So I think it is going to be tough this time. So yeah, and one more thing I want to put it here, like why do you think it has become like a unbreached fortress? Like, is there a specific logic why we were not able to do that? Because we won it in England, we won it in Australia, but somehow we were not able to breach the fortress in South Africa. Anybody, like, what could be the reason?
To take it forward, he's silent for these many minutes for the 7 minutes. I took this opportunity to go ahead. So, see, we Indians are pretty well with playing swing. And we say that in Australia it is all about the bounce, but steady bounce. Pretty steady bounce, and it comes in a good pace. We also play that well. But when it comes to South Africa, it's a steep bounce. And we are not habituated to even South Africa is not habituated to play that kind of pace, that kind of uh, ball. But what happened in the past also, you see, we lost not because of the bowling, because our batting is not habituated to play that kind of stuff. Which South Africans played much better than us. That's why the margin of, I think the numbers which is showing over here, the loss is 12. Out of that 12 matches, India should have been winning, I think around 3 to 4 minimum matches where they were in a not winning situation. We thought that they would have been won the match, but that didn't happen because their bad conditions, the ball.
Saurabh, there are some problems with your mic.
Their voice is breaking in
Your
between.
voice is not perfectly audible.
Okay,
No, it's still not audible. I think you need to reconnect. Yeah. Yeah. Meanwhile, Sarvesh Bhai or Abhi, if you want to continue on the topic.
Yeah, so according to me, the main reason was that earlier, if we talk about since 1992 series and till 2006-7, so you can see around 16 and 17 years we played 4 3 I mean 3 to 4 series only. But after that, since 2010-11, in last 10 or 12 years, we have played rather more frequently. So this could be the reason of for India's better performance, and obviously the main reason is the drastic change in the bowling department for, for India, because let's say though Virat Kohli gets credit for it, but since Shami, Bumrah, and other even Bhuvneshwar Kumar came, then the bowling department changed completely. If we compare with the 90s, there was only one man warrior Shinath was there. So this was one of the reason. And at the same time, after since Graham Smith retired 2014-15, the South Africa is also not I won't use the decline word, but yeah, we can't say that they're as competitive as they were in 90s or in early 2000. So that could be one of the reasons for our India's team failure in earlier attempts, and hopefully Indian should win in this time.
I think
And
one of the reasons
Manju Bhai is
again.
having a,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yes,
having
please.
Manju Bhai is a question for, I think, is having something. So what you would
Saurabh bhai, you're
like?
still not perfectly audible.
And one more thing I would like to mention here that everybody is talking about South African bowling attack. They are very potent, but maybe other guys aware about. But I definitely have no idea about South African batting lineup because even for India also they didn't play test matches from long time. But South African batting attack for me it's um, totally unpredictable. I have uh, so more than their bowling, their batting is more positive for Indian viewers because apart from Markram, I don't see any. I can't say whether any was in form or that did very well in domestically or what.
I think continuing with that one, if you see, if you this is the record of the current South African squad against India in South Africa. If you see, none of them have actually scored a century against us in South Africa.
Yeah,
So
even
again,
this Egan Peterson last time was his standout performer, but after that his form just nosedived. So
Yeah, and
I
he's
think
not even in starting now. Like
yeah,
he's not even.
he's not even show short starter. So even Markram is also. I mean, we are saying is Markram in form of his life more based on his limited over performance rather than his long term test performance. He did well in against West Indies, but before that he even moved down to the down order, and he couldn't succeed. So again, they moved him at opening position.
Yeah, so with the return of Bavuma, right? So how do you see Bavuma at the top for South Africa? Because he has not been part of ODI and World Cup also has not been very good, but he has returned to the side in the test. So how do you look at the Bavuma's form and the starts he will give for South Africa? Am I audible here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
audible.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you are audible properly. So, Vallabh,
Yeah.
your question about the Babuma. Babuma is a player. His capabilities were never under the hammer for the test matches. He's one of the very good-looking batsmen when he does a straight drive or the cover drive and all kind of stuff. Because he's like a 5'4", 5'3" kind of player, agile on a field, amazing fielder and batting lineup. And his batting has been improved drastically in last 2-3 years in limited over. But in test matches, he were always a he might not have peaked it as per his batting standard of 32, 33, but you will find out that his averages, as was mentioned here, this number is for till when? Because the currents in India, it is South Africa versus India matches only. Na? Hmm.
Yeah,
yeah,
So you
yeah.
can even see exactly the Temba Babumo's average is around in 70s. But not
35. Yeah.
what is 73.7 this is?
It is his average against India and South Africa. It's basically the
I'm
last
just
series that he
talking that
played.
one. Overall,
Yeah.
it is 30s, and he has
35. Yeah.
started. Yeah, he has started doing really well nowadays. And his back, I still remember his one of the shot. I think few years back when he started his batting, and he did against which team I don't remember. Australia, I think Australia versus South Africa, and he did a straight drive. He played a straight drive. Oh my
Yeah.
god, it was like I even tweeted those days 4 5 years 6 years ago that it's like a replica of Sachin who did play a straight drive. I understand that it's too much, but we should not even compare between the 1 to 2. But again, the way size, heights, and all you say is pretty much in that manner. So he actually has a very good potential, but unfortunately, he's not started playing because of his too good batting. Only because of his race he is playing. He started playing. That's the biggest problem with the South African cricket team because we know Anthony has started. I'm talking about Anthony. Anthony started playing on those days because Anthony's first 17 Test matches he completed his 50 Test cricket in South Africa kind of situation. But again, he did an amazing job later on. We all know it. So they started getting an opportunity because of the reservations, but they are way better than that. I think somewhere down the line, this is in their mind plays that you are playing because of or you are not playing because of your skills. You're primarily playing because of reservation. I know it's actually tough to say and not to believe, but again, it actually always stays in the mind that you are playing because there is a quota. Yeah, Vijay, there is a one question came from Mr. Vijay. Yes. Bahuma averages in Centurion 55 in 6 matches.
55.
Yeah. Now 55 in 6 matches.
Yeah. And the
He
good
does
thing
good.
about Bouma is no good thing that in whatever games he's captained South Africa, he has showed that he wanted to lead from the front. And people often tell for Bouma that despite of playing, I guess, more than 50 matches, he scored only couple of hundreds. But even he crossed 50 many times, and especially if we talk about recent games of India South Africa, couple of 50 plus scores also could be pretty handy. Because I'm not having
Yeah.
definitely these matches are not going to high scoring in games.
And I think somehow we tend to mix formats and compare Bowman
Yes,
with, I think, the ODI form. But
correct,
having
correct.
said that, his test match record, yes, he has got only 200s. But Bauma, if you look at the last 2, 3 years data,
Always
Bauma has been
consistent.
actually, yeah, one of the best batters. And this year, I think he's the best batter. He had that 170 against West Indies, I think, just before the World Cup,
Yeah, and in
where he
last series,
did
I
well.
think
And
the
even
way
in the
he
Australian,
handled
when they
Bumrah,
went
I
to
think,
Australia, he did well there. So I think
yeah,
Bauma is a man of crisis, and whenever South Africa is in crisis, he performs. And I remember it very well. I think when we came to India, also he showed up some grit and determination.
yeah,
I think
and
Sarvesh Bhai can say that what Bauma adds to the team. I think they tend to believe him as leader more. I think they respect him
hmm,
in the setup as a leader. I want to see what Sarvesh Bhai says here.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Bauma's spot in the test lineup. I mean, I don't know if why I don't know why people question his spot in the test lineup. I think, like you said, it's about the mixing of formats. I don't think there should be any question marks over Bauma's spot in the test lineup because he's someone who has performed when people started counting him out. He's somebody who will start performing when people will say, okay, he should be dropped. He's of that caliber. So now suddenly, we all know he didn't have a great World Cup. So people are basically talking about his spot. Why is he playing? Why is he still captaining? But in their test setup again, he's a very good player. He can basically lead the entire batting unit if it comes down to that. They of course have other batters as well, but I think Bahuma is somebody who likes to lead with an example, leads from the front. So basically,
But
he's somebody
Sarvesh,
who can,
Sarvesh,
yeah,
we all know about that particular thing that yes, Babuma is a great player, no doubt in that. That no, absolutely no problem with that. But again, somewhere down the line, हमें ये भी देखना पड़ेगा कि Babuma as a ball, as a batsman, उसका जो impression है जितने लोगों में, because you know Black Lives Matters and all those things has happened. This reservation thing actually has hit South Africa bad rather than the good. We saw very good players are
so
coming, but I am
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
Bamuma's stuff and all. I'm just talking overall because Bavuma really a very talented player. He's really
I
Bavuma.
think if we put reservation in the context, then I think two players will always stand out for me from South Africa. One is Ashwell Prince, and the second one should be Tenda Bavuma. So both these guys, yeah, I mean, of course, there is
Yeah,
a
in a batsman, if you're talking about,
yeah, yeah.
yes. In a bowler, I think there are too
bowlers
many.
they have, yeah, too many.
Yeah,
Keshav
Rabada
Maharaj.
injury. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Keshav
Kind
Maharaj,
of
who is only,
cylinder.
if you're talking about the records, he is hardly, I think, 13 wickets behind one of the leading spinner for South Africa. It's not a matter of joke playing
Yes,
for South
Hug
Africa.
Teffield.
And most of the time, you're playing in South Africa and achieving this within that 44, 45 test matches or under 50 test matches, crossing 170, where the spinners are not supposed to get any kind of proper. I'm talking about the Centurion and all, where exactly they're playing with India. Other places where they play with other countries and all, generally, there might be chances that spinners are getting very good purchase because you see their if you will see their top first class spinners playing in South Africa, their actually bowling averages are pretty good. आप ले लो Harmer, you take this guy, what do you say? Mm, Maharaj, you take the leggy.
Linde.
Not Linde, I'm talking about. Linde
Shamsi,
is
Pete.
the all-rounder. He has gone
Shamsi.
for top 10.
I think Pete some.
Sabri
I'm not.
Shamsi.
No. Samshi though is right now.
Sham,
Are our CSK guy.
Yeah, he
CSK.
came and played in India also in
Imran Tahir.
2019.
Imran
Imran
Tahir.
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 Imran Tahir. So these guys have done really well in their first class matches which he played over there. But when it comes to the test matches, I think there's this different kind of pressure, different kind of pitches they use against other teams. So that's why the reasons they are not getting that particular wicket, or because it goes to the third or fourth or fifth day, they're getting more wickets over there. Because what I heard now, what I get to know, what I experienced in last few years, whichever country, Australia, England, or South Africa, and West Indies, where people used to say the only pace bowler does well, there you can see the spinners have come up really well with the good numbers in the recent past. So the pitches are worldwide is changing. That's a very different kind of scenario. However, if you Sarvesh, the way highest wicket takers for both the teams, you will find out that highest wicket takers and highest batting, you will find out it's the batsman which let us down over there. Because from Anil Kumble till Mohammad Shami, you can see the numbers might be different, but overall number, if you will find out, it's somewhere down the line 5 to 7 wickets for difference. Overall, I'm talking about those we actually got out, all out and all in the session, and they didn't, because they won like 7 wickets, 6 wickets, 5 wickets. But the first innings wicket India took really well. उन्होंने काफी अच्छा किया था. Unfortunate things, I think, somewhere down the line with Indian batsmen didn't able to set up themselves to win the so many close matches over there.
I
Yeah, I
think if you
mean, luck
remember,
is also a factor. Luck is also a factor. If you look at this,
plain miss
yes.
is too many.
yeah. And
If
if you
you, one
remember in
interesting thing is
2013,
that,
the first
yeah,
test
go
we
ahead, go
played there, we were almost, I think we set up a target of 450 or something. And we were sure that we were going to win that match. But once again, South Africa almost came and chased down 450 there. So I think historically, even our bowling was not that much up to the mark also. Like,
Especially
I think
in
the
fourth
best
innings.
attacks we played were from 2018. We played our best attack, and still we did not play the informed Bhuvi there. So in all the games, so even there we were here and there with the team selection. And I think 2021 we underperformed. I think with the bowling attack we had, I think not able to pick 20 wickets in those last two games was disappointing against that quality of South Africa batters.
Last series, actually, I would call it an upset for Indian team. It was an upset. They should
No,
have
not
won.
an upset, because South Africa beating South Africa and South Africa is always different. But
yeah,
definitely we should
No,
have
but
probably
considering
seen.
the team, both teams, and the especially bowling attack of Indian team, not considering the historical.
But again,
Yeah, but
अभी अगर आप देखोगे, दोनों आप मैप करो 92 से लेके 2021 तक, each and every test series में भले result is like कि भैया India lost by 1-0 or 2-1 or something, but when it is 1-0 or 1-1, one of the matches has gone so close, so
could have
freaking close.
anyway.
We lost easily. Later, in the fourth the fourth innings, we lost. But overall impression, because we all know test matches are all about the sessions. We lost in one of the sessions. That's why the reason we never won a test series. Because in South Africa, it's truly said that you have to win sessions rather than days. You have to be very careful, because even today Rohit Sharma has told ना, यार वहाँ तो मतलब आप कभी settle ही नहीं होते. But captain is saying it, being like Rohit Sharma, who is having always nanosecond more than anybody else to play the pace ball, and he's saying that you cannot look settle every time over there when you're playing, even though you're playing on 70 or you're playing in 80s, you're playing on 90s, you cannot feel like a settle over there in South Africa. It shows exactly was actually there in their mindset. And you will see that Indian bowlers, if except to 2021-22, the numbers are pretty identical for all of them. It's not like, but you go to the batting side, you will say the one of the batsmen of them absolutely played well the throughout. You see exactly India 202, Kapil Dev 295. Their highest is 277, 296. 2001 highest is 193. Harshal gives 316. Saurabh Ganguly 214, 306. That 214 wala series we should have been win. Actually, in my point of view, we lost it. That's a different thing. Again, Tendulkar 326, 498. Wherever you see, the
We drew
difference
that
is coming.
series.
2018, apart from 2018 and somewhere 2013, we are pretty much outplayed by their batsmen.
Matters.
But it is the overall, it's not showing the overall number, top numbers. Their their main thing is that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They added some 40, 50 runs always, or 60 runs. Those 60 runs actually did as what I can say that we can't take tail orders
Yeah,
wicket.
especially in 90s when they have likes of Klusner and Pollock coming down 9 and 10. So when Klusner saved that Johannesburg test, and one game which is not featured here, which was declared unofficial due to Mike Dennis controversy. In that game
That
also,
was kind of
in that game also Pollock came at number 9 and scored, I think, 113.
I think we have Manjunath Bhai's thing. We damaged the dressing room in Johannesburg after the win that came in the paper. Srishant game 2006.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
so even
Srishant
in
and the
that
dance.
game also the Indian
Yeah,
India
it was so
won with their lower order contribution only, that VRV Singh and Srishant.
And Srishant and Sachin and Saurabh Ganguly is that knock with VRV Singh of 50 plus partnership that
So the
India has.
lower order this is a long time pain for Indian team. The opposition lower order batting and their own lower order batting.
Yes. And then again, Manju bhai, you come to the show. You please join us rather than chatting. Join us, Manju bhai. We are missing you here. Join us. So Marco Jensen can be, I think Marco Jensen can be more lethal for us rather than Rabada at this moment. But I find out that Ngidi can play a really big deal for us because his awkward bounce. But according to you, who should play in India for India tomorrow? What would be India's top 11? Sarvesh, starting from you, then we'll go to our Sunrisers Army fan, and then I will go to Abhishek.
I think for me, there's a question for only one spot. I'll come to that. So I'll start from the top: Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Then
I feel for Yashasvi, if he'll not able to manage, it will be like, oh, what's gonna to happen next? I'm feeling this guy. This guy will rock here, I'm telling you. Next 3-4 years, Subhaman Gill has to really play well to stay in India. Indian Test team as a top 3, top 4, because so many players are coming up, and we don't
I
have.
think with Shubman Gill, I think he will try to. I think he has said this to team management that he is basically looking to play at number 3. So
Number
basically,
3, actually he wants to.
yeah.
Actually, no, you're wrong.
He wants to play in the middle. Like
Sarvesh, he wants to play at number 4
Yeah.
because you see in Punjab, he used to play for number 4. For India, he forced to start opening because of the space he didn't get.
Yeah.
Pujji and
Kohli.
Now, बेचारा बच्चा कहेगा क्या कि मुझे number 4 दो.
That's the thing. Virat Kohli is not going anywhere. So
No,
that
even
there
were some comments going on that they might play Rahul at number 3 and shift.
no, I think he'll bat in the middle. Rahul will bat at 5.
But
see, if Rahul is going to keep, if Rahul is going to keep, then there's. If Rahul is going to keep, then there is no point in having him in top 3. And if he's not going to, no. See, the thing is that if Rahul is going to keep,
let's once again, guys. Let's have a team first, and then we will discussing for next 15-20 minutes on the team bowling for India. Then for the South Africa also we will discuss. But let's talk about the team India first.
Okay, so starting with Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal, then Shubman Gill at 3, Virat Kohli at 4, of course. Then followed by Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul in any order. You can keep, basically have KL Rahul at 5 or Shreyas Iyer at 5. So basically 5 and 6 should be Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul. Then then the last 5 would be Shardul Thakur is basically starting for me. There is no question about that, because if you have seen his numbers in the last series, last India versus South Africa versus India series, he was absolutely brilliant with the ball. And if he's doing the job with the ball, then we should just forget that he we should just forget the debate that what is he adding with the bat, because he's doing the job with the ball. Then I think his position is more than safe for me. So Shardul Thakur at 7, and then Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj,
Jadeja.
Ravindra Jadeja is also there. Sorry, so ahead of Shardul Thakur there should be Jadeja, then Shardul Thakur, then Bumrah, Siraj, and the last spot would be between Mukesh Kumar and Prasidh Krishna. So basically,
No.
that's
I think somewhere down the line, if Indian team is ready to take risk, I'm just adding up to you, Sarvesh, it should be Siraj versus Mukesh, not the Prasidh. Prasidh is the only hard to take, hit to take bowler, which we should.
I was coming to that.
Let him play.
I was
Let him play with Boom, but there should be fight between Mukesh Kumar and Siraj. Siraj can pace, but seam-wise, I think Mukesh is having a very good. Being a test bowler, he had a great patience to keep ball on a particular place like Shami does. I think he has a little bit more control in that part, only to keep in a place. I'm not sure exactly. He might be the Shami Junior, nowhere near at this moment the Shami thing. But if you want to see how good Mukesh Kumar is, and especially the way we think that Mukesh Kumar is as good or as nearby to Shami, this is the test you want to give him a chance, because Shami is the top wicket taker in the last 2 times. And if somebody you feel that is a replica of him, you should give him that opportunity. Else, you will not able to succeed at all.
Yes,
absolutely.
I agree with that.
Matches for India where he will be coming and keep bowling just to ensure that Jadeja, Akshar, Kuldeep, and Jade and Ash will come and take entire 20.
I agree with that, but I personally I don't think the team management. Mohammad Siraj, I don't think he'll get dropped, because he's somebody that he's somebody who we see as a frontline bowler.
Hi. Hello. I think again PBS has come. I think Sarvesh, you were one of the good friend PBS. Last time PBS has asked really good questions from us. You remember?
Yeah.
I'm just putting this question. How do you see Shreyas Iyer in South Africa pitches? Will he be able to handle the short balls and South African pace attack? What do you think?
I think for next 2 weeks we are going to talk about this a lot. That's one thing for sure.
So in your team,
in a positive way.
I
hope it's a positive way. Yeah.
But I'm asking, Sarvesh, he is in your team, no?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. He has to start. He has to. There's no other backup for that position. So basically, he is somebody we will have to start. If there is some injury, then I think.
Manjubai has a question here. Siraj to Matthew Wade at Gaba was like the hit-attack strategy. Siraj is the hard worker and honest trier. I am not sure of his strategy may look to be fuller and get people out at slate. But again, Johannesburg is happening in Johannesburg, right? If I'm not tomorrow.
Centurion.
Centurion. So somewhere down the line, I think initial time, so I think anywhere in the world you ball initial 10-20 overs, so ball will seam or swing for sure. Seam to khair, depends if it's gonna rain. Somewhere down the line, if the moisture will be there in the air, it will be swing a little more. Yes, in that case, he may do better. But again, the question is that it's pretty tough to.
But Siraj, if you see his numbers in South Africa, the numbers are not brilliant, not great.
Nobody's numbers are brilliant. In Indian bowling or side, apart from Javagal Srinath, whose number was good in 90s? Even though we have Ajit Agarkar and all was there, Zahir Khan was the great Zahir Khan was there. Their numbers were never good because Zahir Khan used to take wicket of the Greensmith every time he comes. You see exactly Zahir Khan is the number 2, number 3, number 1 he was never. See, 2010-11.
In fact, there's Anil Kumble and Harbhajan Singh in top 2.
No, that is very bad numbers. So you can you because we are.
They used to bowl from one end continuously, so they're bound to get the wicket.
3 wickets in 3 test matches, they're supposed to get na bhai. Yeah, Sarvesh. Acha, PBS having a question.
You can look at the strike rate. Look at the strike rate. It's beyond 100. It's in triple digits.
Yeah.
Kumble and Harbhajan Singh. That tells you the amount of bowling that they have
Always,
done
Yeah,
on
it
this.
shows that
pitch.
you
Yeah.
only prepare this sheet, no?
Yeah, of course.
No, because that's why the reason I'm telling you. You can
Yeah.
see the numbers have improved post 2010-11. Zahir
Yeah.
Khan, being a legend of Indian cricket, he did well all the places worldwide. But in South Africa, he did well. We started doing bowling well post 2013.
Yeah. In
Because
fact, if I'm not wrong, so these like Shami could be a big miss. He has, in fact, Bumrah, who has in I think a 24 odd average in South Africa, and still out of this attack, he has one of the worst bowling average, worse than Shami, Shardul, and
In fact,
Bhuvneshwar.
Shardul Thakur as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
one thing
Bhuvneshwar,
we are missing here, the strike rate. Shami's strike rate is so brilliant, dude.
average
Last
and
two
striker both.
Yeah.
last two
Shami,
tours, leave the
Shami could
average.
be a big
Average
miss.
will improve. Average is supposed to improve. Your strike rate is 30-33. Yeah, even though you're giving the 3 runs per over, your average will be around 17 to 18. So it's pretty good and
Yeah.
pretty smart. But if you see, it shows that Boom can give you the leverage of a wicket, but the wicket which will be taking care of in what I am talking over. So I got a
Why,
message
I
from
think,
a message from one of the friend that I am only dominating it the way South Africa dominated India. So why don't you ask other people to say also? So yes, I have to accept that. But again, we have a question from Dharya and PBS. PBS is saying that Gill at number 3. I think we all
yeah,
okay with.
Yeah.
It,
he's
right?
going to bat.
And another from Dharya.
Because if KL Rahul is keeping, then there's no option. There's Gill at number 3 is the only option if Rahul is keeping.
Yeah, it's riding for 2 days. First 2 days. For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
96% and 88% probability.
So Dharya is saying about this thing. So anyways, I hardly think that it will go any of the matches in what do you say?
In 5.
South Africa will go till 5 day and all.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah,
way
I think
Indian
No, but then
I
if
think Rahul Dravid also said that pitches will be very result oriented this time. So I think not more than 3 days it will take to finish the game.
Yeah, but if
Abhishek,
rain
when you
is-
talk
rain
about- but when it
This
wasn't. Question is
Exactly.
when it wasn't. When India,
Exactly.
apart from that, what is my memory actually? My memory says it was last time when they about to chase 400 plus runs, and I understand that there was a very unfortunate catch missed, and I think there's few things also happened in that match. But again, it's bound to happen, or else India should have been win the match. So many balls were like missing the edges and all, which we were not lucky enough to have it in South Africa. So what happened in this case that apart from that, how many matches India have drawn in post 2011? I think very few matches India have drawn, and the one also
Only
is
2.
like last 4-1 it happened in the last one post 2020 only. Sorry, post 2000 only.
Yeah.
And drawn numbers are pretty less in the post 2010.
That's
Most
the
of
only
them
game
lose.
which was drawn. That's the only game, I guess.
That's the only game.
And
That
Abhishek,
we could have lost
even
that match actually.
even you play in
Yeah,
Bangladesh, New Zealand, anywhere, everywhere nowadays is a
result oriented.
result-oriented reason behind it. People think
WTC.
if I hit
The WTC is the main reason. Nobody wants
Yeah.
draw.
leave the WTC, they think exactly if I hit a 6, if 6 will have a 90 or 95 meters, somebody will buy me somewhere else in the BBL or PKL or whatever, Pakistan Cricket League, PCL or somewhere, wherever it is.
No, every team
question
wants their home games. Their golden chance to get some points on to lead on the table. So nobody wants draw.
Very true.
Yeah, did we get any snippets of the pitch? Like how they in our home series, the English media released the clips of the pitches. Did we get any look of the pitch? Like anyone
No,
have saw it?
Couple of
I
days
haven't
back,
seen this.
couple of days I have seen somewhere on social media that somebody posted that pitch looks very
But there is a
grassy.
very good question from PBS. There's a very good question from
KL
PBS that
Rahul as
KL Rahul
text.
keeper. Are we mixing formats? I'm sure exactly. I'm 100% with you, PBS.
Yeah.
Rahul Dravid is doing. I think I don't know. He wants to strengthen our batting, but somewhere down the line, I find that this is not a right choice.
I
Test
don't think
keeping.
this will be a long-term solution, but I think for now, I think it's okay because if Rishabh Pant comes back in near future, then I think this problem will be solved automatically. But for now, I think it's better to have Rahul because if you remember, if we were trying to have Rahul in the wicketkeeper's position, even for the WTC final as well. So I think this looks like a short-term solution, and I think it's okay on the difficult pitches and in a two-match series. I think that's okay. What do you guys think?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's one of the better batters, and the only way
Yeah.
he's gonna come in, he has to keep. So I think he will, and I think he's improved a lot after his injury.
Yeah.
I think we can see that improvement. And yes, it's tough. We seen even Parthiv Patel drop a lot of catches in 2018 tour. So definitely it is going to be tough. So yeah, I think for South Africa it's Varney or who's going to keep there.
I
Time
think
will-
Mr. Vijay also is supporting our thought that why it is result oriented because some teams wanted to declare on the day one only.
The thing is with Rahul, which though I'm a very big fan of his batting skills alone, but what I have observed in his career that he's a guy who played in a rhythm when he's in some confidence. So anything is happen like if he drops something or he's not informed, then his confidence gets shaken up.
Okay.
So his wicket keeping might
Affect because we saw in the World Cup final.
World Cup final, yeah. So
But again, I have a question here. I have a question for all three. That whatever I think Sarvesh has to given that top 11, anybody wants to do any kind of changes in that?
No, I think that's the same.
I think we all on the same side. Apart from that, somewhere down the line, I want to take risk with Ashwin to Shardul. I don't know for whatever reason. My gut says that if you have a three-baller kind of three pacers, and you have a quality because Ashwin plays hard balls really well. Hard balls means fast ball. Seam and short balls really play well. As a batsman, we don't have any problem. In bowling, somewhere down the line, if it goes to third or fourth day, he can be really lethal because nowadays his bowling has changed a lot rather than the earlier ones. And the pitches also, whatever condition, pitches also is a little different nowadays on a 3 to 4 because most of the pitches are like one day or the T20 friendlies. So that kind of first class also not happening worldwide, apart from the Australia, India, and England.
Yeah, but I think for this test match, day 3 is the day 1. So I think Ashwin might not play.
yeah.
There's
I
very good
also think
chance.
so, but in only change if I want to see is Ashwin ahead of Shardul because 2 spinner, 3 pacers somewhere down the line because we have to look in because we have to look into this one also. We have to look into the fact that we cannot take a risk of having a penalty points
over it.
Bowling less bowling or something like that.
And,
Because even though you're losing or winning within the 3 days.
Talking about Ashwin, interesting thing is that the other spinner, Jadeja, with his so much experience, he has played only one test in South Africa so far. So after 2013, he hasn't played there.
Let's see exactly what happens. So how about another part? Can we go to we all are on the same page? Let's go to one more question from PBS is coming. Samim being not available, will it hurt India bowling?
Yeah, this is the big miss actually.
Big
is a big miss because bowling, especially fast bowling, they more than batting, the fast bowling used to work wonders when they bowl in partnerships. If you I haven't checked that, but anybody can verify it. If you talk about Bumrah and Shami numbers, their numbers will more impressive.
Shami's number is much better than the Bumrah in South Africa series.
No. I am saying that Bumrah, Shami, both numbers will be much more impressive when they both played in the same game.
Together.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, Bumrah
have to. We should sing "Hum honge kaamyab kal." Because we don't have any other option at this moment where exactly we
Yeah.
can stay. Okay, can we go to the South African side?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm starting with Abhishek, the Sunrisers Army, to give your top 11.
Yeah, I think openers would be Dean Elgar and Ian Markram will open. And I think one down, it's a toss-up between Keegan Peterson and Tony DeJorsey. But I think the talk around the South African circles is that Tony will get the go. I think he's doing very well. His domestic form has been good, better than Keegan. So, yeah, I think he might open. He might bat at 3. And I think Bauma, Kyle Varney at 4 and 5. And I think at 4 down and 5 down, and I think that is at 4 down Bauma and 5 down Varini. And I think 6 down it would be one of Mulder or Bendingham, the wicket keeper, who is yet to make his debut. Or it can also be the Tristan Stubbs if they want to think out of box and play Tristan Stubbs. I think both David Bendingham and this Marco Janssen are Bendingham and Stubbs are yet to make the debut, so one of them might play. And I think after that at 7 there is Janssen, 8 Engedi, Rabada, Koetzi, and Maharaj. So this is the attack. I think it will be. Yeah, the toss-up only is the debatable thing is it will be either Stubbs or is it David Bendingham. I think the David Bendingham, his name is being talked about just like Tony DeJorsey. I think Tony DeJorsey also had a good ODI series, so I think he will be preferred over Peterson for the first game.
No, I think the Jersey is locked in for number 3 and toss up between
Yeah,
Bedingham and Peterson for number 5 position.
Peterson.
Yeah,
Possibly.
maybe Stubbs if it's a left field choice if they want to, just want him to bash a few overs. Like if
But again,
since
we
it could be a very bowlers dominated test match, so if they wanted someone who's really attacking, they might opt for Tristan Stubbs, but looks very unlikely.
Okay. So your final 11 is like this, or you want to add something? Anybody wants to add someone or want to replace? Sarvesh,
No, more or less
Abhi?
it's the same.
Yeah,
only
more or less same.
batting position will change that.
That's
Jersey
okay.
will be locked in.
But in
Yeah.
bowling, what do you think exactly? Will they play with the Burger? Who will play the chance? I think Quincy will get a chance ahead of the Burger because I want to see Burger.
Yeah,
Marco
Koetzi,
Jansen
Rabada and Gedi Jansen. These are the fast
somewhere
bowling
down the
attack.
line, I
And
want Burger
Maharaj.
to play ahead of Angidi for whatever reason.
Actually, Ngedi and Rabada both somehow magically they got fit in time. Both.
No, that's okay
were
because you can get
injured.
hurt. You can get hurt. You never know one ball and there's a problem. So I think somewhere then Ngidi, I will change in my team Ngidi to Burger because I saw Burger's balls 147, 148. That too with a ball movements are really good. His movements are really good. He can be expensive, but there's one
But I
question.
think,
The previous Quincy will be a challenge with his consistent lines. Quite obvious, I think so. And his
Yeah.
batting
In
also
longer
will be
format,
very
no, in longer format actually, he could be double sword kind of guy because he's a wicket taking bowler, no doubt about it. But he used to go with a lot of runs
Four
also.
runs. Yeah. He leaks
And
runs.
as I said, both these games will be. I'm assuming it will be 200, 300 kind of scores will be happen only. So
हमेशा ही
couple of
होता है ऐसे ही होता है साउथ अफ्रीका में लास्ट 2-3 बार
so 2-3 ओवर भी अगर मतलब एक स्पेल भी अगर पड़ गया अच्छे रन का तो could be a game changer.
बिल्कुल
So
बिल्कुल
more than Coetzee, Jansen would be the crucial player for South Africa in both department, in lower order batting as well as bowling.
I think Jansen could actually play the role of Sam Curran, which he played a few years back. If you guys
Better-
remember, he was the
better-
one of the series.
Jansen is way better than the
Better than Sam Curran, way better.
Come
Than
on.
Yeah, no.
He
The
bowling
kind
in
of
a
role
league
Sam Curran
on
played,
40.
he batted
What
well
that
down the
means
order. He
he-
bowled
He
excellently.
can bat is
I
a
think
hard
Jansen
hitter,
can play similar role. Yeah.
but I'm more worried about the Quincy. I'm more worried about the Quincy as a batsman rather than a bowler. Because if he brisked 30-40 at 8-9, which happened, like Sam Curran and Quincy part can be more similar, then it's a problem for India.
Even
Yeah, even
don't
Rabada
forget
can bat, Maharaj can bat.
Maharaj is
Maharaj,
a very
yeah.
handy.
हाँ यार महाराज वो तो महाराज ही
Look at Maharaj's batting average. It's almost
17.5, not bad at all. It is more than
Yeah.
Rohit Sharma's batting
Rohit
average.
Sharma's, yeah.
the more than double Rohit Sharma.
No, not
Yeah,
more.
In
Rohit-
fact, it's almost equal to
Rohit was
even
15.
Markram's.
The only good part is that Kagiso
But again,
Rabada and
Rohit Sharma, we forget about Rohit Sharma batting also will play a very crucial factor.
Yeah.
if he used to play,
That is going to set the tone. That will
yeah,
basically set the tone for us.
I think
I
Rohit,
think
Virat,
this
and
one,
KL are going to be the key.
if
Rohit,
Rohit and
Virat,
Yashasvi,
I
Rohit and
don't
Yashasvi
think
both,
KL will be the key more than over, because KL as a batsman, he is already a proven batsman. Although he is not proving as a batsman, that's a different thing. But he is a proven batsman. Okay. So moreover that, I think number 3 has to play a big role here. Like Cheteshwar Pujara did amazingly previously, 60 ball, 13 run. I understand we are talking about strike rates. That's a different thing. But if Gill has to prove something somewhere, it is the time to
yeah, when Pujara
complete.
in South Africa, he scored almost 100 in a session itself.
हाँ तो there was a time now when I remember he was like 150 ball पे कुछ 30-40 runs and another 150 100 ball पे he was around 250. He was
Yeah,
supposed to complete a century or something like that. He was the kind of player, one is on song,
no,
but
but
again,
Rohit and Yashasvi both openers, if they
yeah,
manage to, then it
let's
would
see
be
exactly how the
set the
pitch,
tone.
like how the pitch goes tomorrow. It will be.
Mm.
So how exactly? One second. There is a question for Abhi. Abhi, for you.
What
Question
will
to
be best?
Abhi, what will be the best choice for team winning toss? I was supposed to ask the question. And how's the pitch?
No, I
I
was
was
trying
supposed
to say that when we are talking about rain, that toss could be a very crucial factor. And even though we all know that every game will be result oriented, but with rain and toss, then game could be decided in one session itself. So pitch, I mean,
well,
with rain and weather condition, game could be decided in first session itself. Like what happened in that 2018 first test, they were 12-14, 12 for
mhm,
3, and De Villiers came and hit 3 boundaries and Bhuvi one over itself and changed the scenario. So that was
mhm,
the uh, set the tone of the series moment for me. So
mhm.
again, I'm assuming that pitch would be pacey. So winning the toss, they would opt for ball.
Okay. Nice.
Whoever
Not bad.
whoever wins the toss.
So,
And even the
final.
last series also that they won both games consecutively by chasing in fourth innings.
yeah,
Nice.
even Sri Lanka won their series by chasing also. That
Chase,
Kushal
yeah.
Mendes thing.
Yeah.
That was the innings that cannot be forget by anyone. And
No,
I
in the
think he was,
next game also they won by chasing both games.
Absolutely.
that's something Sri Lanka always does when nobody thinks about winning anywhere. They go and win, and they lost
That is
actually in
the
their own then
big,
easily.
biggest test series win according to ever by any team.
So, guys,
Yeah, that's
before we wrap
If
up,
you see our record, we have basically won all the matches by batting first. I think that's a record.
nice.
So all the matches that we have won 4 matches. I think we have batted in almost all 4 of them. Batted first. So this could be an interesting one. But I think I agree with you more or less. There'll be a lot of moisture because I've heard that because of the rain we could have some on and off, and moisture could be a big factor. So I think we'll basically choose to
Last two
bowl
tests
first.
India lost, I think, by after batting first only.
Yeah. So I think bowling first looks like a better choice here.
Okay, guys,
Both games
it's
were,
like
yeah.
53 minutes now, and I think we should wrap up. It's 12 o'clock tomorrow. Everybody is having offers and all those stuff. And there's one more test match is starting tomorrow, Pakistan versus Australia, where Rizwan is getting chances ahead than
I
Sarfraz.
think let's do the predictions one time. Let's predict what it's going to be at the end of the series. Saroba, you could start.
Oh, with me. My heart says something, my brain says something. I'm going ahead with the 1-1 for India. 1-1.
Sarvesh bhai?
1-1. Same.
Abhi,
2-0
Come on,
South
Abhi,
Africa.
come on.
2-0,
2-0
South Africa. 2-0 South Africa.
Okay, now you say Abhishek.
No, 1-1. I think it is 1-1, but I want it to be 2-0 India. So I'll go 2-0 India.
Okay, 2-0 India. Chalo, somebody,
Yeah.
matlab, we have 1-1, we have 2-0, we have 1-1. Matlab, South African side now we are having 2-0.
So
Fine.
nobody is
Nice.
thinking about draw.
Cool.
Impossible.
So best wishes,
Almost
everyone.
impossible.
So I think exactly that's a good thing. Good to see multiple hosts in the stream. Thanks, PBS. PBS is also saying the same thing, that it's a South Africa series. Nice. Let's close this. Vallabh is also might join somewhere in the line. No problem with that. Okay, guys, let's end the stream and say exactly best wishes to everyone. Thank you, Sarvesh. Thank you, Abhishek, and again, Abhishek, thank you so much for your time. I think we didn't able to, in my point of view, we didn't able to justice to this particular show for sure. The first test, because somewhere down the line, South Africa is an alien place for us, if I'm not wrong. So somewhere we are thinking that Manju bhai, come on, it's no 0-0 fans. No. Manju bhai is saying go 0-0 fans. Exactly, no 0-0.
No
No
way.
0-0.
We are already 0-0 now.
Thank you, Manju bhai, for your support as always. You've been here with us. So, okay, let's go ahead and. So tomorrow, who is winning, India or South Africa? That तो हमने पूछा ही नहीं before the ending the stream.
बोला ना 2-0
Tomorrow, who is
India.
winning? Which India or South Africa? Who is winning tomorrow's test match?
2-0 India, bro.
So when I said 2-0 South Africa, then first game obviously South Africa.
For you, but for us, me
Okay.
also saying South Africa. Only PBS is saying India, because Indians are not a good starter. But nowadays, India is winning first test match everywhere. Let's see exactly what happens tomorrow. Best of luck and thank you so much. Vallabh also joined us. Thank you so much, guys. See you again, mostly before the second test match or somewhere down the line. If we get an opportunity, we will come on a second or third day to talk about it. Talk about India and South Africa first test match ongoing. So please, each and everyone has given their Twitter handle. Please follow them, follow us, subscribe us on YouTube and all. And remember one thing, that we may come again in the number 2 or number 3 days to find out that what's going on in India versus South Africa first test match. So stay with us. Stay in touch with us. We are only going to say and talk about the cricket, nothing else. Thank you so much, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm hoping tomorrow either India or South Africa will, but not the rain. Yes, it won't be a rain for sure. I'm also thinking the same thing. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.